What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with another horse racing contenders video, this time for the Belmont Stakes, not to be confused with Omaha Stakes. That's a very different thing. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell as well. That will help us out a ton. Ben, are you finally here for the final leg of what would be a Triple Crown run if we had someone running for the Triple Crown? Is there a lot of intrigue today? Right now, it is Wednesday at 11:53. Is there a lot of intrigue for the Belmont Stakes?
I can't say that there is, but you know what? It's a two-way street, I'll call it, because when you have a Triple Crown winner, there's a ton of buzz, but it's not the best betting race. There's one horse, he takes all the money. We don't have that, but we've got a great betting race. There's only 8 horses in it. It is wide open. I legitimately think you could make a case for like 5 or 6 of these horses, and that is truly the best type of race to bet.
Okay, that's kind of that gets me excited. I'm looking for a little bit of intrigue and being able to bet on this race. Talk to me a little bit about how the Belmont is different from the Preakness and from the Kentucky Derby.
So the biggest thing by far is the distance. 1.5 miles. This is longer. It's an awkward distance. It's a longer distance. Most horses, they've never run this, around the 2 turns, and it's a long stretch at Belmont. So that's the one thing, they train for it, of course, but you're just not going to see that in the Derby and the Preakness because it's just not that distance. So we're going to get into the horses. I guess logically you think, okay, horses that pace themselves, maybe closers, are more suited for Belmont. I think there's some truth to that, but don't just forget horses that go right to the front, because if they set a slow pace, as we're going to talk about, they can just go wire to wire like any other race.
So in terms of length, because I am a complete novice to this is longer than both races?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. This is one of the, you don't see many races that are 1.5 miles like this. It's just a longer distance. The Belmont's always like that. So it's a different type of test.
Is it more comparable to one of the two, or is this one very much on its own?
So I think this one is, and I think there's a reason everyone talks about like, oh, there was a curse. You couldn't get a Triple Crown winner. Well, it's because the Belmont is just very difficult to win in relation to the other two just because of that distance. Obviously, the Derby, you always have like 20 horses, so that's difficult. The Preakness is the Preakness. That's kind of the bridge one, I think, if we're all being honest. But then to go to the Belmont, you get new horses in there. You get a lot of horses that return from the Kentucky Derby, and they've had to rest. And usually, when you have a Triple Crown winner, that horse, of course, is running all 3. That's a big ask for a horse. We've been doing these videos pretty frequently. There's not a lot of downtime between these 3 races.
Okay, so I have a pick ready, and I want to be very clear here. I don't know anything about horse racing. You should not take this pick seriously. I am just going to do this because it seems fun to me. I don't have any detailed information to back this up. It is random. I repeat, random. Don't listen to me. Only listen to Ben, unless you want to go on a fun ride with me. And that fun ride that I'm going on right now, I can't see your face because I had to pull the odds across.
I hope you don't pick my horse. That's going to kill me if you just randomly just pick Soup and Sandwich again, even though he's not in the race.
As much as I would like to take Soup and Sandwich again, that one really hurt my soul for the Kentucky Derby. Go back and watch that video if you'd like. I don't know why you would want to do that, but it'd be really cool if you did. Anyway, I'm looking at a top 3 finish because I wanted to get a little bit better odds. France Go d'Ina plus 475 to finish in the top 3. I wanted, not expecting France Go d'Ina to win this race. It would be really cool if it did. I say it because I have no idea if this horse is a man or a woman. However, that is my pick right now. France Go d'Ina to finish in the top 3 at plus 400 and something.
All right, we're in the clear, folks. That horse has no chance. So we're in good shape. You know what? I will say, to grab a piece, there's only 8 horses, so you never know. That horse is the most unknown. It's a Japanese horse, and a lot of their races, their 2 wins were over there, and you don't really know what they were running against. Ran in the Preakness, did absolutely nothing. So we've got that going for us. We've got 7 other horses, and we've got some familiar names. So just to give a quick recap, Medina Spirit won the Derby, got in trouble. They're not here for obvious reasons. They're going to end up being disqualified in the Derby most likely, but that's irrelevant. So they're gone. Rombauer, that was the horse that won the Preakness. So naturally he is here. He's the one who knocked off Medina Spirit in that race. Essential Quality, who was the favorite in the Derby, he rested. during the Preakness. He is back. And Rock Your World, who was the other favorite in the Kentucky Derby, is also back. Known Agenda, another Derby horse, also back. So you have a lot of horses who decided to skip the second leg after they lost, and now they are rested and ready to go for the Belmont. So that's one of the things I think to keep in mind. But your horse, I think, is going to be a large long shot, but I'm going to dive into it. Should I just start letting it fly, or do you have any other hot takes you want to get out of the way?
I don't think that I have anything else that I need to get in here. I don't think that anything that comes out of my mouth for the rest of this video is going to improve anybody's chances of winning a single cent in this race.
That's fair. One other horse I should mention, of course, Hot Rod Charlie, who ran well, in the past. He is here as well, looking to grab one of the three. But I'm going to start with Rock Your World. This was a horse that I kind of liked, at the Derby a little bit. We didn't know exactly what we were going to get. They were 3-for-3 lifetime, went to the Derby, and then you look, it's like, oh, they finished 17th. Well, that's not good, this horse. But it doesn't tell the story. It's one of the many horses who wanted to get to the front. You want to go back, you should go back and watch our video. Why, I don't know. But what you really want to do, go back and watch the actual Kentucky Derby and watch Rock Your World. He gets absolutely crushed right at the start. He is jolted right to the back, and he's a complete non-factor. That's a throwaway race. And you look at that, that's a situation where, I think that you're going to get some extra value just because of that complete, just crushed at the start. And when you have 20 horses, that's what you get. When you have 8 horses, that's not going to happen here. So I do think that Rock Your World can and will go to the front. So if you want, I'm going to pass it to you for a second. If you want a front runner, Rock Your World, I think, will have the lead or be close to the pace right off the bat.
Well, in my experience, I did have a front runner. That would be Soup and Sandwich. Got out in front in the Kentucky Derby and still finished behind Rock Your World in that race in 19th. So I don't think my experience in grabbing the front runner, at least in the Kentucky Derby, it didn't go very well there. And now they got to run even further. I'm going to go ahead and pass.
So that's the point to make. You get to the front, you can't be pushing. If another horse is with you, and you get into a speed duel, you have absolutely no chance here. It's just too long. Now, if everybody says, because it's just like anything else, all right, this is a mile and a half, let's ease into the race. Maybe Rock Your World goes by himself, and he can, methodically go, and then he has enough left as they turn for home. But the horse that I want to get into, and, just looking at the prices, obviously these can and they will change, but it's still good to have an idea. We've got Rock Your World sitting at 9-2, so that's, plus 450. In the betting market. I'm going to go to Known Agenda, 6-1. This was a horse that I actually liked in the Derby, and then he drew the 1 post, which it's not a death sentence, but it's obviously not what you want with 20 horses. And you look at that race again, not really a factor, finished 9th. But you look before that, this was a winner of the Florida Derby. He's won going around 2 turns, so that is a factor. I think he likes the distance. And I think this is the type of horse that will be getting stronger as the race goes on. So this is a totally different situation. You're getting 6-1. And again, I think a lot of people, particularly casuals, it's just like anything else, whether you're talking DraftKings or FanDuel or you click on the box score. Oh, what did the guy do last night? And it's a situation, oh, what did this horse do in the Kentucky Derby? You're only looking at one race. That doesn't tell the story. The Derby is such a unique race with 20 horses. I think that could be a disservice. So Known Agenda is a horse that I think will be coming. And I looked at him at 6-1, maybe closing late. I'm going to go with that. Maybe pair him up with Rock Your World. I know you like to get into some Exactas. That could be an exotic that I'm on board with. You got to set it up. You hope Rock the World sets the pace. And then you hope someone like Known Agenda kind of closes and hunts him down. Similar to what we saw in the Preakness. That's how Rombauer got it done. Came from the clouds and blew past everyone. I think we see that once again here.
Do you approach this race differently from a betting perspective than you do in, say, the Kentucky Derby, where we have less than half of that field? Does that change the way that you look at the bets you want to make?
So it does to an extent. Again, 20 horses is just something, for people who only bet a couple times a year, there are, normal races have 8, 10, 6, 12 horses, depending on scratches and whatnot. You don't have 20 horses. So when you're looking at a situation like that, you just kind of know, and it's not like you can really quantify, but and I'm going to bring up Rock Your World again, that some horses are just going to get caught at the break. And instead of having to weave around a couple horses, they have to weave around a dozen horses. And that's basically impossible. So you really want to plan for that when you're talking about the Derby. But here, more likely than not, your horse is going to get a fair shake. Could they be blocked? Yeah, I mean, that always can happen, but your horse is going to be able, these are world-class jockeys. They're going to be able to navigate what they want to do. So if a horse like Known Agenda is stalking the pace, when they turn for home, if this horse has something left, they will be able to, Irad Ortiz is a fantastic jockey who will be aboard him. He will be able, even if he has to go wide, to get a clear path. It's not like you're going to say, oh man, my horse was there, but he was blocked by 10 other horses and he couldn't get through. That just doesn't happen in the Belmont. It happens all the time in the Derby.
Okay, good to know. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
No, I think the real question here is you have a race that's really kind of thrown together. A lot of horses. Again, Medina Spirit isn't here for obvious reasons. Rombauer is here, of course, because he won the Preakness, but if he would have lost, he wouldn't be here. You've got Hot Rod Charlie, you've got Essential Quality. They're fine horses. One of them, they're going to be amongst the favorites. I have nothing bad to say about either of them. I just think it's all pretty even. And as we talk about when we do our PGA Contenders video, the price dictates everything. And I think Known Agenda belongs with those horses. The difference is I'm getting 6-1 and they're sitting 2 and 3-1. So when I look at it like that, the price is dictating it. I think it's wide open, barring, your horse who's 30-1. Everyone else, I really think there's a case for. And that's the beauty of the Belmont Stakes. You're going to see horses turning for home, and there's a lot of opportunity to make a move. So that's something I'm excited about. The last thing I want to say to you, it's a great race. I'm not saying it's not. It's a great day, more importantly. There are huge races outside the Belmont Stakes. The Belmont Stakes is late in the day. It's like 6:30, 6:40 post time. The races start in the afternoon. So if you're looking to have some fun on Saturday, get in our premium Slack chat, even if it's just for the week. We have a great group in there. We're betting the races. We're having fun. It's a great community. So don't just bet this race. If you want to have some fun, get involved. There's a lot of really top end races all day at Belmont.
There you have it, everybody. We done. No more horse races for us now. We got to wait. I mean, obviously there are more horse races, but I think that's probably the end of our horse racing contenders series.
No, not so fast. You get a couple months.
What do you got for me?
You will be racing your presence with the Breeders' Cup, which is like the Super Bowl of horse racing. That's the best of the best. So these horses are all 3-year-olds. The Breeders' Cup is just the best, of everybody. So that is down the line, not soon. Josh has got the full summer to plan for that, and then we will be back better than ever when the Breeders' Cup is underway.
I don't know anything about the Breeders' Cup, but I'm excited to
You're
talk about it in the future. So thank you guys so much for joining us. One last reminder to please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Good luck this weekend with your bets on the Belmont Stakes, and go France de Ina, or whatever the name of that horse actually is. Good luck, everybody.